We are Team Code Red, Alicia Hernandez, Josephine Ayu, Mansour Ahmed, and our topic is social network theory. So what is the social network theory? A social network is a set of relationships. More formally, a network contains a set of objects and a mapping or description of relations between the objects or nodes. The theory views social relationships in terms of a network theory consisting of nodes and ties, also called edges, links, or connections. The nodes are the individual actors within the network, and ties are the relationship between the actors. So, what is social network theory continued? In a quote, social structures becomes actually visible in an anthill. The movements and contacts one sees are not random but patterned. A point from which persons would appear to be small, moving dots. We should see that these dots do not randomly approach one another, that some are usually together, some meet often, some never. If one could get far enough away from it, human life would become pure pattern. So what does that mean? It means that a social network theory is composed of many different relationships, nodes, actors, to where once connected, it forms a kind of network. Here is a conceptual model of what social network theory looks like. In very simple terms, you see that it is a group organization or community action, and it's connected, and some of the connections is society. Individuals can be connected to groups or organizations, and the ties is a communicative action. So how does social network theory work? The actors and nodes, like I said, are the individuals or organizations in the structure. So it can be a person, it could be a business, and within that individual or organization, there are ties or links. And the ties between these actors are what makes the relationship between them. And the relationship between them is also referred to an attribute. An attribute is a characteristic of what unites the actor with a tie. It's also an association. So the actors are connected by one another through ties, and the attribute itself is what connects these actors. The network involves multiple actors. There could be multiple networks, and a lot of actors make up a network. So relationship properties, types of relationships. There could be either direct or indirect relationships, and a whole network itself has a united connection in a social network. The edge defines interactions and flows of information and relations. So direct and indirect can be what directly associates attributes and the ties to an actor or node, and indirect is that they are not connected directly. The strength of these relationships can define as a frequency of interaction, as well as the other attributes of nodes or ties. The direct or indirect relationships can be either strong relationships, and like I said, those can be made by how frequent the relationship is. Here is a diagram of what social networks look like. There are different connections between them, and you can tell how this ties into information technology based on maybe a business, or how you can relate to it by becoming, a network. So this right here is a network, how two networks can actually be created through many relationships. Right here is a diagram or a schematic of the theory itself. Here you can tell how every single actor is connected, and it's a very intricate how once we get into, from a conceptual to a, to now a diagram of the schematic of the theory. So applications of social network theory. You might ask, yourself, how is social network theory important in our society? How does it tie in? How does it tie in a business world? One of the first application of the social network theory is consulting. Consultants from a company or an organization group take in information from a company or any business, and from there they are able to seek results or what changes can be made for a company. The network analysis in consulting provides the content where changes will be implemented and help put those actions in place. Human resources. Human resources of a social network can help a company expand and pick what employees or opportunities to expand the staff in the company or grow the company itself. Business applications. Business applications in a social network theory can be implemented by what programs are used or what programs can help a company grow. Security is also another application. People, are able to analyze what is good for the company, can see what kind of threats they have, and that's not only in a company but also in society. People are able to use this theory to see what threats can be made to the country, as well as to see what systems can be infiltrated by people that aren't supposed to be in the systems themselves. Social networking is also an application of the theory. Social networking right now in our time is very popular. So when you are trying to grow a company, you can also see what people go and see, or what people have liked, or see what people are looking for. And by that, you're able to pull results and kind of see what connections people have to each other, either directly or indirectly. Also, another big application is marketing and research. Social network theory helps bring in research for marketing purposes. You can do your research to help the consulting aspect of your business, the human resources aspect of your business. You can do research through social networking to see what your business needs to grow. So those are one of the many applications of a social network theory. So why is social network important? It is important because it can help businesses grow in two ways. Externally, it can help grow a business by increasing awareness. Internally, it can increase job productivity and efficiency by enabling faster access to information and experts within the company, thus reducing the financial resources needed for employee travel expenses and reducing communication costs. Also, it's important because it enhances the learning experience of students through online collaborations. In our everyday lives, social network serves as a means of connections to both our personal and professional acquaintances, meaning that either there's a way that we're connected to each other by some kind of social network, either through a business, either through a real social network, or through some kind of relationship. In all, social networks serve as a tool that can be used to disseminate information. Network relationships and knowledge benefits. The revolution of the era. Relationships among developers in a network provide them with two types of knowledge benefits: resource sharing and knowledge spillovers. Also, resource sharing allows them to combine know-how and physical assets. Knowledge spillovers provide information about current design problems, failed approaches, new breakthroughs, and opportunities. So, what is the impact in our era? As we can see, social network theory, or the social network itself, is getting popular. Each year, it keeps growing. And so by the diagram itself, we see that, the frequency as well as the counts are getting higher, and it's becoming much more popular than what it used to be back in the 70s. Thank you for enjoying our presentation, and these are our credits.